upon a time lived two men named Bujambeji and Temanggung Marubai, who were different of each other in character. Temanggung Marubai was a humble, kind-hearted person. Bujambeji was his opposite. He was greedy and arrogant. They made a living as fishermen, each having his own favorite spot for fishing. Temanggung Marubai searched his fish Rimbang Melawi River, where fish could be found in abundance. As for Bujambeji, he always fished in Simpang Kampuas River, where there was less fish. Therefore, it was no wonder that Temanggung Marubai always brought home more fish than did Bujambeji. Temanggung Marubai used a big trap called bubuk to catch fish. After his bubu was filled with fish, he chose only the bigger ones and released the smaller ones back to the river. Thanks to his fishing wisdom, there were always plenty of fish in the river. Realizing that he had never caught as many fish as Temanggung Marubai did, Bujambeji felt so envious that he thought of a way to beat him. An evil thought crossed his mind. He decided to catch fish using tuba, a fish poison extracted from the reservoir. He found it works. Fish were easily caught, more and more fish every day. But there was a greater problem than he did not realize. It was that the fish were greatly reduced. On the other hand, Temanggung Marubai still got a lot of catches. This made Bujambeji even more jealous. "What?" Bujambeji yelled. "No one is better than me. He must have the best of everything. Everyone knows that. What could be better?" Bujambeji was successful in catching many fish, but seeing what Temanggung Marubai got, Bujambeji was bothered. So Bujambeji decided to get rid of Temanggung Marubai's luck once and for all. Then Bujambeji began to think, and he found the way he thought was the best. The very finest idea crossed his mind. "I have to cover the flow of the Melawi River with a large rock upstream, so the fish will settle there," thought Bujambeji. He planned to use a large stone from the hills of Nangasilan. Then he departed for the hills. He brought the rock in his hand. Then all of a sudden, far away, he heard the sound of girls tugging at him. His attention was distracted. Bujambeji accidentally stepped on a thorn. Reflexively, he dropped the stone that he was holding. Bujambeji was caught and injured. Bujambeji found that it was the Khayangan goddesses who looked at him. "You will pay for this," he shouted as he stamped his foot pierced by a poisonous thorn on one of the nearby hills. Bujambeji failed to cross the Melawi River, all because of the goddesses of heaven. "I will take revenge," said Bujambeji. Bujambeji planned to reach the land of heaven by using the Kumpang bamboo tree, which is a kind of giant wooden tree woods and rises to the sky. He started planting the scanty tree. In just a few days, the tree had grown so high that the top was invisible to the naked eye. Right before climbing the Kumpang bamboo, he did a superstition ritual in order to get protection from the holy spirits of the land and animal spirits. However, there were two animals that Bujambeji forgot to offer. They were a group of termites and bears. It made them angry. They also negotiated to throw Bujambeji. "Let's just gnaw the bamboo tree until it's broken," proposed the bear. The termite agreed. Then they started to do it. At the time, Bujambeji had almost reached the land of heaven. He fell into the ground and died instantly. Thus, Pujambeji's attempt to harm the goddesses of heaven also failed. Tumenggung Marubai was spared from Pujambeji's evil attention. Nowadays, the peak of Nangasilat Hill is well known as Bukit Gelam. It has become one of the tourist attractions in Sintang, West Kalimantan, and has become a tourist forest area with very beautiful scenery.